Would you like to stick okay?
Hello there, we're here with Mariusz at Extinction Rebellion manifestation. How are you doing, Mariusz?
Very well, very well. I wish I could do that every day.
And we're here today to stop global warming, to stop a climate emergency.
Well, we're declaring a climate emergency. I think our world leaders are not paying enough attention to what's happening, and we can all make people aware and do something about it before it's too late.
Do you think this is an important time, this is the time to act now, or we still gotta...
Can't wait any longer. There's been too much prevarication, far too much prevarication over the years. So yeah.
Sorry.
Well, my message is that the time to dither about climate change is over. We've got to start action, and start action on a large scale now. I work in crop research, and when I do professional work, we talk about feeding 9 billion people in a changing climate. And I don't think people realise what that means and how much disruption, how much death will result from climate change. So the time for action is now.
Mistreating others is part of the same mechanism, and it actually serves only to further entrench.
We are Extinction Rebellion, and we are rising up all over the world, demanding that our leaders declare a climate emergency, that our countries go carbon neutral by 2025, and that citizens have a real say in how we cut our emissions through the formation of a citizens' assembly.
So our problems here today are never another person. I had the misfortune, really, of working on global climate change policy, so I've seen up close that the politicians and the business people and all those we're relying on to save us are in fact failing us and are failing all life that exists on this planet. I've seen them repeat a failed strategy over and over again, and one of the reasons I think is because they've lost the ability to tell stories. They've lost the ability to dream.
Make no mistake, climate breakdown is bigger than Brexit and more terrible than terrorism.
The fish are choking in plastic seas, pesticides are wiping out bees, the ice caps are melting, the rainforests are falling, and the land is getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And guess what they say? This is just the way it is. Well, we are here to say that this is not the way it has to be. We need to dream for ourselves, because it is the dreams of another age, the dreams of a fossil-fueled world, that are fast becoming our nightmare. There is an old story that humans are separate from nature, but we don't come here to defend nature. We are nature defending itself.
We are getting up and we are marching to demand that politicians treat climate change like the emergency it is. Because we are humans. We demand a planet fit to live in, and we are not going down without a fight.
So together we need to tell a new story. We need to demand the future of our dreams. And if we do that, then together we can make the change that they say is impossible, but that we know is inevitable.
Democracy is rubbish. You just don't get anywhere. You need anarchists, activists, agitators, civil unrest.
Well, the problem is that politicians, of course, are very self-serving, as are governments, and they're controlled by big business. The fossil fuel industry is incredibly powerful. Real change won't happen unless it's a grassroots rebellion, unless it's normal, ordinary people joining these marches, explaining to the politicians that we, the people, we have the power to change.
It's not any other person. It's about how the society we live in are organised. And these societies are only function by breaking human hearts, human minds, and turning them.
We have to explain to people, and also a lot of the members of the public don't know why we're here. I mean, we've seen some of the looks we've had today, sort of like, what are they doing? You know, disrupting my shopping. But the truth is, there might not be a future for those grandchildren that you're buying presents for. There might not be a future for your great-grandchildren. We might not be here.
We are here for our children. We are here for trees, plants and animals. We are here for ourselves. We are here for you. We act in peace, with ferocious love of this world in our hearts. We act on behalf of life.
Oceans of life, and it's replacing with plastic. We warm and acidify those same.
Individual action is important. Individual action, when individuals get together and really believe they can change the system, then I think the system can change. So I would encourage people to join, because one extra body is one extra body, and we're going to need as many bodies as we can to convince governments to start taking the proper actions rather than just fiddling around the edges while the world burns.
Tony Benn said, you never win, you keep fighting the same battles over and over again. And that's why we're fighting.
And don't forget, we're all in this together. There are no enemies. There are no people against it. Whatever happens, happens to all of us. So we must work together.
We need to wake up. We need to wise up.